Good afternoon. Just wanted to bring a few thoughts from today's His Life devotional. Today is kind of wrapping up this idea of, um, or this walking through Jesus and the raising of Lazarus and Jesus as the resurrection and the life. Today, today's Devo is focused on one verse out of this story. It's in verse 27 of chapter 11 in John, and it kind of focuses on Martha's confession of who she believes Jesus to be, and then kind of how that doubt plays out a little bit later in the story. She knows that Jesus is the Christ. She says in verse 27, "Yes, Lord, I believe that you are the Christ, the Son of God who has come into the world." And so she believed this about Jesus, but she didn't, uh, I guess, fully know what that meant and fully realize his power over death. And and that's what the story is about, to show that not only is Jesus the Christ, but that means that he has power over death. And kind of focuses on uh, a little bit of the doubt that plays into this story. I did a Devo once at a youth camp, and I got some of the younger kids and kind of went around and asked them what they wanted to be when they grew up. And we got all types of different things. One said he wanted to be a preacher, which is awesome. One said he wanted to be a janitor at NASA, and one said that uh, he wants to control the robots that are going to take over the world soon. So a lot of good future prospects out there. But I just always got back to my ideas of what I wanted to be when I grew up. For a long time, I wanted to be a veterinarian. I just love animals, love being around animals, and we have these huge dreams that we want to be when we're younger, of who we can be, what we want to do, and then throughout our life, we get hit by different things, and maybe we don't. Um, Maybe we pursue a different dream, or maybe we think, well, we can't reach that dream that we had when we were younger. But this idea of wanting to be something when we were younger, and that kind of fading out through our lives, is something that hits a lot of people, but especially in our Christian lives, I feel like. And that's kind of what this Devo hits on. This confession from Martha is very similar to the one that Christians make when we're baptized into Christ and put away our former life. But a lot of times, that former life that we put away seems to creep back in, and the thing that we want to be a Christian, we want to walk around and show the light of Christ wherever we go. But oftentimes, life hits, and things get in the way, and kind of distract us from who we want to be, and the life we want to live in Christ. And so we tend to slip up, or maybe uh, sometimes can forget who we are as Christians. And so at the end of this, he says, "Today I will humbly ask God to give me the grace and strength to live up to my confession as a Christian." So if you can, if you are a Christian, um, go back and think of the moment when you were baptized, and what that moment meant, the people that were there with you, the events that led to that decision, and think of that person that you wanted to be in that moment. When we're all put in the water, we're surrounded by the people we love. We want to exude that love in our lives, and sometimes uh, that drive fades away. But may we be able to spend some time today thinking back to the moment that we confessed our faith and belief in Jesus, and what that we wanted that life to be, and how we can go back to living that way, to where everything that we do, everything that we say, reflects the person that we dedicated and gave our lives to, that being Jesus. I hope you all have had a great week, and if you're coming on Sunday, we hope to see you there, and if not, we'll see you online. Bye.